The Pokemon Global Link is updated to now include Pokemon rankings for the rated battle spots. As you can see right here, the news, Pokemon rankings are now available. This is incredibly valuable information that if you want to know what people are running, therefore you can counter it, or if you want to see what strategies are popular, you can go and utilize that for yourself. So all you need to do is go to menu, rated battles, and that's it. You don't have to like select games or anything, and then it brings you to the page where you see the top rated players for all of the formats. Well, now where this said the data is not available, we have the Pokemon rankings. So now we can see the most used Pokemon on the battle spot, or we can also go and choose Pokemon individually. So let's go and see how the Alomomola is doing. We have all formats, singles, doubles, special, and then the rated battles. Now the interesting thing is like, oh, no one's running the Alomomola in doubles, but also we can see the Pokemon, battle Pokemon. So top 10 Pokemon that were on the same team as this Pokemon right over here. So we can see there's some filth. That singles filth right there. We got Blissey and Porygon 2 and Alomomola on the same team, and this works with any Pokemon that you want. So you can see, when people are running the Tapu Koko, what is this? Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Celesteela, Mimikyu. So just wrecking it in singles right now. Also doubles, showing a lot of craziness right there. The Arcanine also being insanely popular right now. We can see it for championship battles, which is the VGC format. So kind of getting a good idea of what to expect depending on the format. And I want to do this video for a couple of reasons. One, it's information. Now you guys can use this for yourself. You can go and say, oh, I want to see how people are running Lucario. Maybe it'll inspire me. Oh, there's only this many people running the Nasty Plot. So you can expect, you can see what to expect out of the Pokemon, and you can also see how to use the Pokemon for yourself. So just a good tool to have right there. And also, I kind of want to use it for documenting purposes, that we're about to have access to the Pokemon Bank, so these will change, and then we'll see what Pokemon become the most usable right now. But Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Mimikyu being in the top 3, I don't think anyone that's played 2 or more games on the rated battle spot would be surprised by this. These Pokemon are just all over the place right now, but will there be a major shift when we get access to the rest of the Pokemon roster? There's a lot of sweeper Pokemon that are now going to be available once we get Pokemon Bank, and maybe it'll kind of shift things around right here. Then we can see all the way down to the bottom 30. Surprisingly enough, Dragonite actually getting top 30 usage in these single battles. So you can also go around, maybe some things will surprise you, maybe some won't. Like a lot of people, Shell Smash Cloyster, the Scizor, still very powerful. Aegislash has strong rankings right there. And yeah, I do want to see how this changes around. Now doubles, I was actually surprised for the double battles because Arcanine is getting some crazy momentum. And actually, I wonder how often this updates, that we can see like how much things shift around, because yesterday when they first announced this, Arcanine was number 1. So Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Arcanine being used very frequently right now, and it's so like close for how much people are using these that it's kind of shifting around. Then we have Muck at number 4, so you can kind of expect to see where the meta is going. Also Ninetales. I recently did my Ninetales guide, and we can see what people are doing with it. So a lot of people are running that Aurora Veil, but not with any Ice Energy, just to keep their team bulky. Like Arcanine, Intimidate into the Aurora Veil. That's going to be massive right there, and only one Pokemon with Sandslash on that Slush Rush for the Ice typing, and it's not even like the most used. Like Garchomp, Muck, and Arcanine are going to be on the team more often. So we can just kind of shift around and see what's going on. Kartana and Marowak. Marowak is actually dropping off a bit, but Kartana seems to be moving up in usage. So you can see where the meta is going, know what to expect. Torkoal, so that means we got some Sunny Day strats. We also have the Gigalith, so some Sandstorm coming around. Then random people running the Porygon, the Snorlax, Gengar, or Rangaroo for those Trick Room strats. So some good understanding right there. And then we also do have the Special Battle. Now, Special Battle is going to get interesting because this allows the usage of one legendary Pokemon. So suddenly we're going to see like Mewtwo. I think mythical Pokemon are allowed as well, so that's going to be pretty crazy. Then we see the Solgaleo, Greninja. The Greninja is actually a really interesting one to see right there. So it's also going to be based off of some weird stuff, like championship battles are only going to be Alola Dex. Oh, there we go. That's where I got it confused. So yeah, the VGC format has Arcanine at number 1 and Kartana at number 3 on the battle spot right now. Then we have all the Tapus, Muck, and some craziness. So this is what you should expect for like pure VGC competitive play. I got a little mixed up right there. And then doubles is going to be a little different because it does have the rated battle. So that does allow for some island scan Pokemon, maybe shifts up the meta. And then that also means that Pokebank is going to show. So we'll be able to see the 2017 meta and maybe even the 2018 meta as the rated doubles kind of progresses. So we're running a lot of different formats side by side. We have singles with legendaries. We have singles 3v3. And then it's just going to be like a lot of info scouting, what's going on with the Celesteela. Everyone's running Protect, Heavy Slam, Flamethrower, Leech Seed. you know, that's just kind of how we're running. Get an idea for the natures as well. Modest, careful. So we have some that are going for the mixed damage. We have some that are also, well, actually not even mixed damage. We have some just going for the flamethrower flash cannon for the damage coverage. Then we have a lot of careful ones, pretty much just going like full special defense tank, trying to survive the onslaught from like Tapu Koko and whatever chip damage is going to be coming out from special attackers. So actually getting like a lot of stuff. We have special attack, we have physical attack, we have special defense, and we have speed. So all over the place on these Celesteelas right here. And then the Arcanine, you know, everyone's just running the Intimidate Arcanine because it's so good to take down physical threats like that. Garchomp, boom, just like that. But also you can see counters, you know, when defeated. Now, I don't think this is going to be super accurate or good because for the most part, it's just going to be the top 10 most common Pokemon. Well, it's victorious when defeating Kartana, Tapu Koko, Muk, Tapu Lele, but it's also defeated by Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Kartana, Muk, and things like that. So the usage kind of gets skewed, but at least you can see what people are using to deal with it. You know, Earthquake Garchomp, even after the Intimidate, still going to be pretty powerful. Switching Garchomp after the Arcanine. But yeah, Arcanine is just such a bulky and annoying Intimidate Pokemon that you can switch it in and out whenever you want with all the filthy Pokemon running around right now. And then single battles are also interesting because, yeah, as we watch more island scan Pokemon get used, as we see all the transfer ones, so if you go to transfer, it just says no data to display. So once Pokebank comes out, once this updates, we can get an idea of how frequently the global link updates, and then also just what strategies are going to be popping out and how things change up. So some exciting stuff right here. You get to have like a mini understanding of what's going on. It's not super detailed. It's not telling you the exact percentage of how many teams are using Tapu Koko, which I think would be a little more helpful, and also doesn't like show you the top 50, you know, it just goes to top 30, then cuts off, then just shows you all the other Pokemon, but at least gives you a good idea of how many Pokemon are out there, what is being run, and what threats to kind of look out for. But yeah, the singles battle spot. Top 10, the only thing that really surprised me is the Magnezone, because there's a lot of Mega Lucario, a lot of Mega Gyarados. You can also look at the held items, so 81%. If you see a Gyarados, bank on the Mega Gyarados. You know, going throughout a fighting type move, probably going to go and Mega Evolve right there. The Porygon 2 doing a lot of things. You can also look at Pokemon and see what the Trick Room status is. Like if Porygon 2 is running the Trick Room, look at that. 80%. So if you see Porygon 2, expect the Trick Room. Oranguru, I would imagine the same thing. You know, Trick Room, 97%. So you can get an idea, like you can just see a Pokemon be like, it's going to be running this. I understand the opponent's team strategy. For the most part, like you can get an idea. Also, I'm really surprised that the berries, the Confusion Berries are kind of at low usage right now. But a lot of people running Mental Herb to stop the taunt, Citrus Berry for the reliability, Leftovers for the reliability as well. It's just fun. Like, I'm just wasting time right now. You can go and just soak up a vague amount of information, understand what's going on in the game, prepare or adapt. You know, it's like, oh, everyone's running Garchomp and Mimikyu. I guess I should go pick up one of those Pokemon and then try to plan for a counter as well. Also, to end this video, I did want to talk about the Pokemon Bank a little more because at the time of making this video, there is no Pokemon Bank anywhere. There's no Pokemon Bank in Japan, and somehow we're still getting hacked Pokemon on the GTS. People are trading Arceus, Charizard, and it's spreading all over the place. Wonder Trade, rated battles, and whatnot. And I think that it's also starting to get really scummy as well when it comes to the hacking community. So we have Facebook groups right here. Look what I just got in a giveaway on another group since Pokebank is out in Japan. No, Pokemon Bank is not out in Japan, and just because you're seeing like Charmanders and all these other Pokebank exclusive Pokemon pop up doesn't mean they are. That they're tradable on the GTS, that you can interact with them on Wi-Fi now, which is interesting because we still don't know where Pokebank is and we still don't have an announcement for it. But that doesn't mean that that Pokebank is out in Japan. So someone or groups of people, groups of hackers are spreading these lies and then trading out these Pokemon, and then now they're completely hacked. And if Pokemon Bank was really out, you would know about it, even if it was for Japan. That Cerebi would be all over it, every news outlet would be covering it, not some kid that's hacking shiny Charmanders and then giving them away in a Facebook group. So this is where the dishonesty comes in. This is where I really don't like hacking, because then people say this, then people spread it, and then everyone thinks, oh, I guess these Arceus are legit because Pokebank is out in Japan, when it isn't. So it closes off a lot of communication channels, and then people just start hacking stuff all over the place. Shiny solar-powered Charmander hacks. Awesome. So yeah, we see, I've been getting a lot of tweets about this, you know, people finding the Arceus other Pokemon on the GTS. That's where I got the Charizard and whatnot. So there's trades, and people are saying like, hey, I saw a Facebook group saying that Pokebank is available in Japan. Well, it isn't. Like, it's hard to tell because, oh, I don't live in Japan, so I guess it's available. I guess these Pokemon are legit when they really aren't. So there's a lot of misinformation getting spread around with Pokemon Bank right now, and it's just so weird that it's available, kind of. Like, we have Charizard, we have these Pokebank exclusive Pokemon that are able to go through the Wonder Trade, that are being reported on the Battle Spot, and then on the GTS, and then people start giving them away and hacking them immediately. So there's a lot of strangeness going on with this. Hopefully we'll get Pokebank soon, and hopefully we get like a little bit of a heads up, but at this rate it seems like the Pokemon Company is just going to dump Pokemon Bank on us, and that's kind of going to be all there is to it. So if you guys enjoyed this video talking about the global link and then a little bit of the craziness going on, but mostly about the global link, because this is very usable, very good information right here. It's going to help out a lot of people, and it shows, I really like this, that when they started doing this for the 6th generation, it really shows that, hey, they're trying to help out people get competitive. So hopefully this works for some strategy development, and then maybe gets people running new sets and understanding the anti-meta, as well as just understanding how to play Pokemon in general. So there is an effort coming across, and we'll see where it goes. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. Oh yeah, we have ourselves a problem.